Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to be doing a really big what's new at Sephora haul. I am just like obsessed with checking out the Sephora new arrivals page all the time, and there's always exciting new things to try. So I've been going a little bit crazy with all the new releases, but I wanted to show you guys what's new in the makeup world. So let's get started. The first thing I want to show you guys, I was waiting for this to come out for a while. I know they were out in Korea maybe before we got it, but we just got these at Sephora. These are the Dr. Jart rubber masks, and these are just a single-use mask. And doesn't this picture look like so creepy? But I was like, I really need to try this. So I did get the firm lover, and then there's also a clear skin lover, which I did try out the other day. It was nice. It felt really good. I feel like it maybe helped a little bit with my breakouts. They were definitely like dried up and not like painful or anything like that, so I do think that it worked, but it is like super expensive for this little mask. I just wanted to go ahead and give it a try. I think they're like $14 for one use, which yeah, that's quite a bit, but they are fun if you want to just spoil yourself and try something a little bit different. So what you do, basically, they have the serum in here, and then you put the rubber parts. It's like two pieces on the top and on the bottom. It's not as cool looking as the picture, but it is pretty cool. So I can't wait to try this one, the firm lover. Alright, the next product I got, I've been going a little bit crazy with highlighters. I have so many already. I don't know, I'm just addicted to highlighters. So Nicole Guerrero came out with her glow kit with Anastasia, so I had to pick it up. So gorgeous. I am obsessed with wearing Forever Lit and Forever Young. Those are my favorites. I like to mix them together. There's also a few deeper shades, so I feel like this palette really speaks to all skin tones, which is amazing, and I can totally use these darker shades as eyeshadows. I love the packaging. It has like a slight glitter to it. And yeah, I was really excited to pick this up. I love Nicole's videos and I love the glow kits, so I knew this was going to be an epic collab. So yeah, I love this. I definitely recommend it. I think it is totally amazing quality. They are very sparkly and glittery highlights, so beware of that, but they're not like super chunky or anything like that. So I do love this. The next highlight palette I got, I had to pick up as well. It's another YouTube collaboration. This is the Smashbox Spotlight palette in the pearl shade. There's a pearl and I think there's a golden, and this is a collaboration with Casey Holmes here on YouTube. And Casey is definitely one of my favorites to watch. I've been watching her since the beginning, since she had like probably like 20,000 subscribers, and she used to have like platinum blonde hair and then really dark on the bottom. She was always one of my favorites because she has oily skin like me, so I definitely wanted to support her and pick up this. I don't have a lot of Smashbox palettes, so I was interested to try it. So it kind of has almost this like rubberized packaging, which I like. And then here is the shades in the pearl palette. They're very soft. They're not super pigmented though. They're very natural highlighters, especially the pearl version, but they are really pretty and nice for just like an everyday highlight that's not going to enhance your texture, because she made them specifically with those of us in mind that do have those like bumps on our face, and it's not going to enhance them at all. So that's the Casey Holmes Spotlight palette with Smashbox. I'll just keep going with highlighters here. So Too Faced came out with a new collection, and they had a few highlighters that came out. This is the Love Light Prismatic highlighters, and these are so cute. They have the little heart packaging. I got the shade Blinded by the Light, which is the lightest shade, and this one always makes me want to sing that song because I just can't get it out of my head whenever I think about this. It's just hilarious. So this is Blinded by the Light. I do like this one. I have it on right now. This one's a very natural highlighter as well, perfect for every day. I love this shade so much. It's not a very blinding highlight, even though the name might think that it is. It's totally more natural. Definitely buildable though, but that's what it looks like for Blinded by the Light. I love it. So that's that one. Super cute. You get a ton of product in here. You get 9 grams. And then the other one I picked up, which I'm probably going to be returning because I didn't realize I already had this shade. This is the shade Ray of Light, and this one is actually in the Peach Glow palette. They're the same shade. So I'm going to be returning this one, but I will swatch it for you. Here it is swatched. I really did like this one. I always used to use my, I used my Peach Glow palette a lot, and I always did this highlight. It's definitely more subtle, more of a rose gold tone, but if you guys have the Peach Glow palette, you don't really need this one. Next, I got 2 items from the new Tarte Unicorn collection. I just did a review on this on my channel, which I will link down below if you guys want to see my thoughts on it. But I got the Spellbound Glow highlighter. Once again, another freaking highlighter because this, I just apparently needed more. But this is my favorite. It is so beautiful. It has like 4 shades, but I just mix them together and it creates this really nice rosy pearl. This is probably my favorite highlight out of every one that I bought. And then, of course, I had to get the Make Believe in Yourself Eye and Cheek palette. Just the most beautiful packaging. And here's the shades. These are, if you guys are wondering, all shimmers except for one matte down here. Beautiful foiled eyeshadows. Really fun way to experiment with a little bit of color but not being too crazy. And plus you get a nice little highlight in the middle. So if you guys want to see swatches and stuff of this, I'll leave that video in the description box. But I'll just give you guys a little hint that I really love this palette. Alright, another product from Too Faced. This is their newest palette that they just came out with called the Natural Love palette. The packaging on this is just stellar. You guys know Too Faced always does an amazing job with packaging. I love that this is like velvet right here, so you can like touch it and there's a little bunny. So it's just kind of like super cute and it totally reminds me of Easter. So I definitely wanted to try this because it has a lot of really nice neutrals in here. Here's all the shades. I was definitely drawn to this right away when I saw pictures of it. I just saw those pinks and purples and I was like, yes, I need to try this palette. If you guys know, this is called the Natural Love, and Too Faced has a lot of natural collection eyeshadow palettes, and so this has a few shades from some of their palettes that are really popular and put in here. So if you guys do have some of those palettes, you might not want to buy this, but the ones that I had were super old, so I ended up decluttering them, and so I'm really happy to have some of my favorite shades that are in this palette. I've been using it quite a bit, and I'm kind of so-so on it. Like, I don't know what's up with Too Faced lately, but I'm always like having high expectations and I feel like I always keep getting let down by them. I don't know what is up with like their consistency, but they're just not consistent anymore. I do like the palette. There's a couple of things that I wish though. So there's not like a nice medium brown in here. We have this really cool toned one called Nudie, which I like, but I need something just a little bit darker, like maybe to use in my outer corner, because it jumps from like this for one matte shade and then it jumps to this. Like that's a huge difference from the Makeup and Chill. Just, I don't know, they just need one more in there. So I end up having to use like these glittery shimmers in my outer corner, which is fine. I used it on my eyes today and it turns out fine, but those are just a little bit hard to blend and they're just really pressed into that pan really hard. So I'm not a fan of like these shadows right here, but I love all of these like pretty light shades. I just really wish there was more medium brown mattes in here. Just like 1 or 2 would be awesome. But overall, I do think it's pretty good. Just a few inconsistencies in the palette, but it's definitely one of the better Too Faced palettes that they've come out with recently. Alright, next, I am so excited for this. I don't think it's on the Sephora website yet. I had to order this on the Marc Jacobs website, but I have been waiting for this forever, it seems like. This is the Marc Jacobs Omega Bronze, the limited edition color in Tantastic, and this is actually part of their new coconut line. So it has a white packaging. It is a humongous bronzer. I'll show you guys. Like, oh, it is so ginormous, but it's actually scented like coconut. It smells so good. It's very lightly scented, so it's not super overpowering at all, and you can't really smell it on the face. I have a mini size of the Omega Bronze. I'm not sure the color of it, and I loved it so much. I really wanted to buy the full size, and I was planning to when the next VIB sale came around, but then I heard about this, and I was like, oh my gosh, like coconut scented bronzer. I have to have this one, and it's really expensive, but I love Marc Jacobs products. I think they're totally worth the money. Really great quality for a high-end brand, and the shade is beautiful. It blends out flawlessly. I do have it on today, and it looks kind of darker in the pan, but it's like the perfect bronze for me. It's not too dark, it's not too cool tone, but it definitely has like a more like red undertone to it, I feel like. It's really nice and it blends out flawlessly. I definitely recommend this, and I know the VIB sale is coming soon, so maybe you guys can save a little bit of money. It should be on the Sephora website very soon as well, but this is just such a huge bronzer. I think it's totally worth the money and I love it. Alright, I did get one more bronzer. This is new from Benefit and it's their Hula Light bronzer. I'm a really big fan of their Hoola bronzer, but I have always felt like it was a little bit too dark for me, but I feel like it works on a lot of different skin tones. So when I heard about this one, I definitely wanted to try it because I'm super fair and I thought this would be perfect. And when you look at it, at first I was like, oh no, this is gonna be too light. That's so light, right? But when you put it on, it looks perfect. I don't know why it looks like lighter in the pan, but when you put it on, it's a lot darker. If you guys are like my skin tone or maybe a little bit darker, I'm sure you guys would love it. But here is it swatched, so it's a little bit lighter than that Marc Jacobs bronzer, but I love this shade. I have a lot of problems with my bronzers looking super muddy on me because I am so fair. Sometimes they just get way too dark, and this is just perfect. I also ended up picking up their Hoola Quickie Contour Stick. This is just their stick version of the Hoola for cream contouring, and you guys are gonna laugh because I cannot find it anywhere. Like, this is an empty box because I've been missing it for like a week. I don't know where it went, but I did want to mention it because it is new. But I'm like, what happened to it? I need to like go through and deep clean my whole house because I always just lose things and it's ridiculous. But I do remember that I did like this product. It does go on a little bit more warm tone, like kind of orangey, but once it blends out, it's perfect. I like to use contour sticks as like a base for my bronzer, and it just intensifies the look a little bit more. But yeah, I just thought I would mention that even though I don't have the product. Also from the Marc Jacobs coconut line, this is a sample size I got for free with my Sephora order, but I did want to mention it because it is new. This is the Coconut Setting Mist from Marc Jacobs. I thought it sounded really nice, like a nice coconut spray. Sounds pretty cool, and it's like a milky texture. But you guys might have seen this, but the sprayer is kind of weird on this. So I heard someone say that you're supposed to just like spray it down once and spray it like all the way down and not do short little sprays. So let's test it out here. Okay, that worked better. So if you hold it down slowly all the way down, it will give you more of like that fine mist that you want. But earlier I was trying to do like short little sprays, and it would get like little drops of spray on my face and like totally ruin my makeup. This is like a really dewy spray. Like, you guys can tell that definitely gave me more of a glow. I don't know. If you guys are into that, if you guys have more dry skin, I think you'll really like it. But I'm glad I only have the sample size. I definitely won't be using this very much since I do have more oily skin, but it's nice to just add a little bit more glow. Alright, next product I picked up. So Sephora has a new brand on their website called Stellar, and this is their Limitless Concealer. It had amazing reviews, so I wanted to go ahead and get it. But unfortunately, I will be returning this product because it is very dark. So I do think that this might be more of a corrector instead of a concealer, even though the website says it's a concealer. But it only has like 5 shades, and this one is in the shade S01, which is the lightest, but I cannot wear this because it is just too dark. Here's a swatch of it. So that's really dark. That's gonna look so bad, and usually under the eyes you want just like 1 shade lighter than your skin tone, so that's just not gonna work for me, unfortunately. But I'm really sad because I've heard that it's just a really amazing texture, and I really wanted to try it, but unfortunately I'll have to return that. Next I have from Benefit the new blush. This is in the shade California. Isn't this so cute? I love Benefit blushes. They're one of my favorites. And this one smells so good. I think it's supposed to smell like vanilla and like apricot or something. It's really nice. So I did wear it today, and it's described as a golden pink blush. When I put it on, it was like super, super subtle. It wasn't really getting onto my brush very much. I'm gonna give you guys a little swatch here, but it looks so bright on my hand. But just know that if you put your brush in there, it's gonna be very, very light. Like, it's really hard to pick up the product. You really have to push your brush in there to get it. And I think that it has an overspray, so the overspray might wear off as you wear it as well, so that could also be one of the issues. But I'm all about subtle blushes, so I am loving this so far. I really like it today. It just gives me the perfect amount of color without being over dramatic, so I really like this. If you guys don't have a lot of Benefit blushes yet, or you guys are wanting to try the Hoola Light and this, there is a cheek palette online right now which I would recommend getting. I have the original cheek palette, the Cheek Parade or Cheekathon, and you guys should definitely get the new cheek palette because it has California, Dandelion, Rockateur, Hoola, and Hoola Light in it. I believe, and I feel like it's such a good value, so definitely check that out if you guys don't have very many Benefit blushes. I forgot about this highlighter. I guess I did have one more. This is from Cover FX, and this is their Custom Enhancer Drops in the shade Halo. And right now it's a huge trend for like all this holographic makeup, so I kind of wanted to try this and see how I liked it. So I haven't really tried it on my cheeks very much, but it looks really pretty on like layered with different things. It's so very bright. These Cover FX custom drops are just so pigmented, but isn't that just beautiful? I feel like this will just give you like major unicorn vibes. I love it. So I'm definitely gonna have to try this maybe on a lighter makeup day, just to like have my highlight be the focus, but I think it is so beautiful. Alright, I'm almost done, you guys. So I wanted to mention these new Stila glitters. I don't think these are on the Sephora website yet, but these are part of the Stila summer collection, and I purchased this on the Stila website, but I'm sure they're coming to Sephora. So you guys know Stila has these amazing glitter and glow liquid eyeshadows that I'm obsessed with, but they came out with these really pretty holographic shades for summer, so I wanted to show you guys all of them. They are so pretty. They all remind me of like mermaids and unicorns. This first one is Into the Blue, and it's right there. I am just in love with these Stila glitters. The next one is called Sea Siren. This one's more of a lavender. Oh, these are so pretty. And then I got the color Sunset Cove. And this one is more of a pink with a ton of glitter in it. So there's all three. I'm obsessed with these magnificent metals from Stila, and you guys should definitely check them out. I talk about them all the time, so I had to get those. Alright, next I got this concealer from Lancome. This is their Tint Idol Ultra Wear Camouflage Corrector, and this one is in the shade Yellow, and it said that this is for more fair to light skin tones to use to correct any dark circles. So I definitely wanted to give this a try. It had really good reviews on the website. So as you can see, it's super yellow. I would apply this as my base, and then I would go in with my regular colored concealer over top just to make things a little bit brighter, because I have been noticing my under eyes getting super dark and puffy sometimes. So I am excited to go ahead and try that. And then from Makeup Forever, they have these new Starlit powders, which are stunning. I saw this one and I just had to have it. This is in the shade 13. So it's basically like a pigment. So they're very messy, but they're so stunning. Like, look at that color. It is so beautiful. It's just like this really pretty pearl shade. So I might have to get a couple more of these. I think they're really pretty. All right, and I think everything else I have left is lip products. I didn't go as crazy as I usually do with lip products. I have so many right now, but I did get a new Marc Jacobs lip gloss. I really like the shade Sugar Sugar from them, so I wanted to try out a new one. They have this one in their new spring collection, I believe, and this is called Want Me. And this one's more of a cream, pale pinky lavender shade right there. Just very nice and light, and just something I can wear every day with different lip liners. I also went ahead and picked up one of their Lamarck liquid lip creams. I've been wanting to try these for a while, and I just never picked one up because I wasn't sure if I liked any of the colors that well, but I finally did pick up the shade Slow Burn, and this one is more of like a mauve-y rose color. I think the formula on this is so nice. They're kind of like a lip lacquer, but not like super glossy. So there is the shade Slow Burn. I think it's beautiful. So can't wait to try that. I hope they do come out with some more colors, like some different nudes and stuff. And then last but not least, I got some new Tarte lipsticks. Aren't these so cute? These are the new Tarte Color Splash lipsticks, and they have a blue marbled packaging, which just totally reminds me of summer. So I'm wearing the shade Beach Babe right now. This is just the perfect everyday nude color. Right there. It is so pretty, and this formula is so comfortable and moisturizing. I really enjoy these, and I want to get a couple more shades. And then I got the shade Salt Life, and this is probably more mattifying than Beach Babe, but this is just a really pretty mauve. So I'm obsessed with these, and I definitely recommend. They have a ton of different colors on the Sephora website right now. And I believe that is everything in my What's New at Sephora haul. That was like a ton of stuff. like I said, I've kind of been collecting all these new releases, and there's just so many good things in makeup right now. I'm so impressed with most of it. So that is it. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Let me know what new products that you've been trying out, and I will talk to you guys in my next video. Bye guys.